Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Jafo Plays. I'm still hanging out with my friends. We're playing Shadows of Brimstone. We are still adventuring through the frontier town after a interesting first night. Some of us got some unwanted attention, which allows us to possibly get killed on our way to somewhere. So this will be interesting. Some of us found out what a real-life gambling addiction looks like by playing some
I don't want to talk about
Devil's Three-Way or something like that. What is it called? The Devil's Wheel. Sorry, Devil's Three-Way is something completely different.
Different YouTube channel.
Different YouTube channel.
different tube.
Yep. So we begin, we start with a daily event for the second day.
Can we get another one because of you? Or no?
No.
That's something.
You don't affect the daily event cards, do you?
No.
Then here we go. Persecution. Town daily event filled with hate for the accursed mutant. The townsfolk form an angry mob and begin scouring the town to find and punish the unclean outsiders they have heard rumor of. Every hero must roll a d6 for each mutation they currently have.
None.
How many is that for you over there, Francis? One? Me too. Nope, 2. I have tentacle fingers and void boils. If any of these roll a die roll a 1, you have been discovered by the mob and must flee.
So when you stay at the hotel, do you regain grit?
No. You just don't have to take the camp event. If any of these dice roll 1, you have been discovered by the mob and you must flee town to escape a lynching. The town's your town stay is immediately over.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Finish reading. This daily event is canceled if there is a mutant quarter in town because they are acceptant of essentially now our kind. So we're lucky. Because the mutants have made plant in town, we've got a mutant quarter right there.
Alright.
We are safe for one more day. So now the next thing you guys got to do is we all have to decide where do we want to camp out. Do we want to stay in town? Do we want to stay in the campsite?
I'm staying at the
I think I'll spend the $10 and stay at the hotel. I saw what happened last time. I lost everything.
10.
Costs you 10 to stay there. If we don't stay out in the campsite, then we don't have to worry about a campsite event, which then means we get to have the exciting, where are you going to go today? Who wants to go where?
Frontier Outpost.
Frontier Outpost. Might as well join you boys.
He's awesome.
Send me there too. Where are you going there, Francis?
That's a good question. I have no idea. Maybe a blacksmith. I don't know. Let me see.
The blacksmith. Show blacksmith's card would be right there.
Hopefully next time we come back to town I can actually buy my gun upgrade.
If everybody who is going to the Frontier Outpost, go ahead and give a 2d6 die roll. Add 1 for the convoy being in town. For you and I, if we roll a 7, we get to start playing with unwanted trouble. That's an 11. That's a 9. Actually, your 11 goes to 12. My 9 goes to 10. Your 4 goes to 5. Let's start with Blondie. Darkstone sold to the Outpost. Outpost Bank is only worth D6 times 10 per shard today. As there is a Darkstone glut.
Well, we get 25 added to that anyways from the
We do.
from the exact.
We'll go mine next in order is 10. The sound of bugles. Over the outpost walls, you can hear the bugles blare as the soldiers run training drills to be ready for the next Hellbat attack. We don't have to roll for the next town event at the end of today. And you, sir, you have having heard of apparently your deeds of becoming a werewolf, I guess. I don't know. Your deeds probably aren't that great. The local lieutenant of the outpost calls you into his tent and deputizes you. You now gain the keyword law.
Yay!
Note, if you have the keyword outlaw, you must choose to either replace it with law or keep outlaw. Keywords go up here.
Oh, just so that you know, since you're the Darkstone hoarder,
Yes?
you might want to go visit the blacksmith, top one there.
Top one, the tomb chest. Holds up to 8 stone. I have a satchel that holds 5 that does the same thing, and it generates 2 or D3 every day.
Yeah, look, and now you can hold
Yep.
even more.
Sweet.
I do want to buy one.
Yeah.
But I don't want to sell my Darkstone today because they're not paying anything for it.
Nope, me either.
Is that just for the day? Or is
That
for-
will be today. But we don't, I mean, we can stay for another day. That's right. We're not limited to 2 days today, or this time.
And normally it's like the events get worse, but there's no event for us tomorrow.
There is no event for tonight, correct. So that was kind of what I wanted to do, was make some money before I go and do anything. So
It's just a 5 on the chart, or was it a...
it was just literally, no, it's literally a 5. So your bonus actually screwed you. Otherwise, all rolls on the town event and campsite hazards are -1 for the rest of the stay, was what your actual event was. So we're hampered by that.
Don't roll a 4.
And without that, I have no money.
Do you
So
like actual
I am
weaponry?
done for the day.
here.
I will tap in there.
I thought there was.
Or
more,
here,
like,
for now, I'll
actual
just say
weapons
I'm going to
in
go to the
here, but
campsite
there
to keep me
isn't,
out of
so I
the...
guess-
That's my turn. My turn is done of doing nothing. What you going to do?
I said I thought this was actual, like, weaponry. It's not. It's exclusively.
It's mostly the upgrades.
Darkstone stuff. I guess.
The street market has hats, horses, clothing, a pistol, blade, apparently an injection. The mutants sell hammers, pistols, spike drivers. You don't. If you have enough money for that, I'm stealing it from you. Dude, it's a rail spike driver. Costs almost $5,000. But it's +1 combat for each adjacent enemy and uses the D8 to hit and damage.
Yeah, I think that's something I was planning on working towards.
Yeah. I mean, you can try and gambling. It does say per visit. Per visit is literally where you go. So, but you do need to choose one of the places that you want to go.
What was the first one?
The street market has hats and has clothing and horses and stuff. The mutants sell some equipment, and the church will sell stuff if you're a holy person. And then there's the blacksmith and the gambling hall and the frontier outpost. You can come join us and screw us over in the outpost. It's where you would sell your darkstone to gain more things.
I don't have Darkstone.
Okay.
I think I'll go to the street market.
Street market it is. Give me a 2d6 die roll, please. Add 1 to this total. I see 7 plus 1 is 8. You are in the band of 6 to 8 hogs and horse thieves. Dark and foreboding, the back alleys of the street market stink of fish and filth. Smells like home. No event for you.
Woohoo!
There is stuff on the front side of that card. Let's see. Is there any other place that I would want to go? I mean, I think I'm going to try and press my luck and go back to the outpost tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm driving to.
Alright, so that's what you guys are going to do?
Yeah.
I guess for now, let's head back to the campsite. And... Alright, so there's the end of that stay. It looks like Frances is going to sit in the street market. She picks up a silk sash, I believe you said?
Yep.
Wonderful, and that's going to give her a once per adventure heal 5 wounds. That's a pretty broken ability, I think, and with you not having a lot of health, that's pretty good.
That's more than half my health.
Yes, it is. I don't know about you guys, but I'm done. Luckily, with Steve's roll, we don't have to suffer a town event. So, no end of day event.
That shows what my roll is.
Oh, it was one of us rolling. Might have been mine. Hey, it was mine. All right. I'm going to spend another $10 and stay in a hotel. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever one you want, and this chooses actually before we choose to spend that $10, so you may get it back pending on what happens to us. Here we go. Never mind, it's that same persecution. But they don't persecute the mutants because they have mutants and they're friendly to mutants. So there we go. So we're lucky. I will spend my $10 and stay there. I, once again, am going to try and go back to the Frontier Outpost and see if I can make some money.
Same here.
Where might you be heading, milady?
I don't know.
You running out of money to do things, or what? Here's what's left of places to go. For those of us who are there, 2d6 plus 1. 10 goes to 11. 6 goes to 7. That's what I don't want to see for you.
Yep.
And 7 goes to 8. Let's start with 7. Local prospector has returned from the mines with a strange artifact he's willing to part with for a price. You draw a world card, and then we'll draw an artifact from that particular artifact deck. However, we do need to make a side roll for you. You have unwanted attention, I believe.
Yep.
Roll of 7, roll a d6. If the roll is equal to or less than the number of unwanted attention markers, you got somebody following you. You don't, you're good. So you think somebody's following you, it just didn't happen. In the meantime, draw a world card. The Blasted Wastes. So we will need the Blasted Wastes deck. And somebody came back from essentially Tatooine and has an artifact for you that he will sell for $150.
Oh, there we go.
Steve, you got an 8 roll. Seeing the flags high in the wind atop the outpost walls, your spirits have been raised and you may take some respite in this place. Please recover a grit and heal your health and sanity to full. Looks like Azzy, playing Francis, decided to come join us in the Frontier Outpost. She rolled an 8, which becomes a 9. The Outpost Bank is willing to pay top dollar for Darkstone. You may sell your Darkstone shards for D6 times 50 each today.
My artifact I pulled was the stick rod from the, where was it?
From the Blasted Wastes, we've got the Shock Rod.
Dibs.
It does +1 initiative, your melee to hit rolls of 6+. Now also add the stun marker to the target after damage is applied.
Dibs.
Have to look up what stunned does. And I rolled a 10, which becomes an 11. Talking with some of your with some of the soldiers, you exchange stories of your time battling unspeakable creatures. Once, during the next adventure, I may reroll a damage roll for one of my hits. That should make for an even better story next time. So, there we go. Well, now we can get into the Outpost Bank and sell some stone. I think I shall go first. And I've got one, I've got, how many shards I got? I got 3 shards. So one sells for D6 times 50 is 50, plus the base 25 for the event is 75. And the other 2, there we go, 250 and 25 each, so 500, 550, 6 1/4.
You're welcome.
That works for me.
You can go
Puts
first.
me to
go before me, Steve.
745. And I get rid of all of my Darkstone.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm not sure how much that
As I choke on 5, 10 is 500, and 6 is 1,300, and then 25, 50, 75, 125, so 1,425.
Again, you're welcome.
Are you selling too?
Yep.
I'm allowed, so it's okay.
So 4, 8, 10 times 50 is 500, 25, 50, 75, 575. That is a pretty good deal. Since you need tons and tons of XP, you might want to try the limit once per town stay, train with the soldiers. It'll cost you $500, D6 times 25 XP. That'll put you on the tie. How bad are you behind on XP?
I'm at 470.
Okay, so you're technically where we are. You're just 500 behind because we're all about to level or have
so where
level.
do I have to go to get the Darkstone chest?
You'll need to go to the blacksmith, which will
Yep.
require another day.
I'll do this here then, I guess. I have extra.
Did you need to get anybody need to get anything here?
Getting the
Tribal knife. I'm tribal. Oh, I can't use it. Is there anything stopping you from dual wielding? No.
Just hands.
No.
No, but I do need a
You
hand
just
to hold
need
my
limbs.
stave.
Here's my,
I'm gonna train. Here we go. I see a
Yeah.
6. That's 150 XP. That helps put you in there a little bit better. You said 475, 620, no, 595. No.
And I was
Brain shut down, I apologize. 620.
I don't
That's right
spend
the first
500.
time. You'll spend 500. Huh?
How much did I get?
150.
150.
And that's going to be 75.
I'll take my rod, please.
You'll take your rod. $150 off the list.
I
I think I'm going to go visit the bounty man and see if we can get a different bounty. A 3. He says hellbats are still wanted. $25 for each one killed.
I level up.
You level up.
Doesn't that make my,
Sweet.
That actually makes my melee worse.
Why?
It's +6 instead of...
No, you're not understanding.
Oh.
6+ has always been a critical. Now 6+ is critical with stun. That makes your melee better.
I was reading it as instead of +4 to hit, I now have to hit +6.
No.
Yeah.
Your 6+s now do even more. You are the Bandito Gunslinger. Give me a 2d6 die roll, please. As Neo levels up his Gunslinger, that's a 10. That is so not the one you want. You got any grit left?
No, I have not.
That's unfortunate for you. +1 max grit.
Now you do.
Well, plus 1 max.
And then go ahead and go through that and look and see what you would like to take. Alright, so after your die roll, it gets you a +1 max grit. You're going to take the way of the gun ricochet shots. That's what you're going to take?
Yep.
Alright, ricochet shots, we looked them up. They're going to get you, you can shoot pretty much anything, anywhere, regardless of range, which is actually kind of cool. So that's your level up. Anybody going to do anything else in the outpost? I don't think we've all cleared out there. So we all head back somewhere safe. Why don't you go ahead and punish us? Give me a d6 die roll. You got to get a 4 or better. You did not get a 4 or better. Then I got to find that die or that chart of our head exploding. Yeah. All right. So failing that die roll, give me a 2d6 die roll. 9. A dark cloud on the horizon makes your soul sink as you see a void twister in the distance wipe through a neighboring town. Each hero must make a cunning 6+ test. Oh, crap. I don't have cunning. I don't think I have cunning. Nope, I don't have cunning.
Ready?
Me no cunning. Me bad cunning. If you succeed, gain 10 experience points.
I did not.
If you fail, take d6 +3 sanity damage, ignoring willpower. I take 4, you take 4, you take 4. We all take 4 sanity damage. Hand them out, dude.
I got 1.
Yeah, 1 + 3 is 4. This was a could kill him thing.
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah. 4 for me. And 4 for the little lady over there. Had we all failed to succeed that, we would add a growing dread to the stack right away before we even went into the dungeon. That is going to be the end of day 3. This does reset as we saw a bad thing happen, so it will be a little bit easier to not die next time. And we will continue on to our next day with another daily event tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, see what happens, see if we can, I don't know, blow our skulls open while we're sitting in town trying to rest and recuperate. See what happens before we head back into the mines on Jafo Plays.